Yeah, we are discussing XPath. So in the last session, we have seen Absolute Xpath. What is Absolute Xpath? The full path, the full path of the HTML tag starting from the root HTML tag. Okay, that is called full Absolute Xpath. So by using Absolute Xpath, we can identify any element. Okay, so by using this Absolute Xpath, what is the problem? See, this is Absolute Xpath starting from HTML to up to that particular element tag. You are defining all the HTML tags. Suppose if the developer changes any HTML tag in between this path, understand? Then that element cannot be identified. Are you clear? Suppose developer have inserted one more new HTML tag in between this HTML tags, then this path will fail to identify that element. That means if the developer changes anything, any element, adding new element or removing existing element or modifying the existing element name, tag name, like that, if they do any changes in this Absolute XPath, in between anywhere in this Absolute XPath, this Absolute XPath will fail to identify that particular element. Are you clear? That means anywhere if they modify in the HTML file, if they do some changes in the HTML file, that may impact that element identification by using Absolute Xpath. Are you clear? So that is the some main drawback. Okay, that's why we don't prefer to use this Absolute Xpath because of this reason. Because of the suppose if the developer make any changes in the HTML file, that may impact HTML elements identification if you are using Absolute Xpath. Understand? So that's the reason we don't prefer to use this Absolute Xpath in our Selenium scripts, real-time scripts. Okay, now we have another type of XPath. We can define another type of XPath, that is relative path. Relative path means instead of defining the XPath starting from the root HTML tag, what we will do, we will define XPath with respect to some nearby element, some nearby HTML element, web element. Instead of defining the XPath starting from the root element, if you define the XPath starting from the root element, that is called Absolute XPath. But if we can also define the XPath for one particular web element starting from some other nearby web element, not from the root element. Understand? So that is called a relative path. That means here XPath will be defined here starting from some other nearby element, web element, not from the root element, root web element. Okay, that is called relative XPath. Let us see this example. Let us go to redbus.in. Okay, now let me open IDE. Stop recording. So first let us see Let us see the XPath for this from text box. Click Firebug. Okay. Now highlight this from text box. Right click on this HTML tag. Copy XPath. See, there is one more option here. Copy minimal XPath. Look at this. If you select this option, copy XPath, it will copy Absolute Xpath. Now, if I select this option, copy minimal XPath, it copies this is a minimal XPath. Look at this here. Okay, but we don't use this one directly. It is another form of XPath. It is not a relative XPath. It is another form of XPath. So for this element, I will copy now Absolute Xpath. Let us copy Absolute Xpath. Copy XPath. This is the XPath, full XPath, Absolute XPath for from text box. See, you have to find some web element from for this HTML tag. We have to find some other web element in its path which can be uniquely identified you by using some attribute or by using some HTML tag. Understand? From this input, for this input HTML tag, HTML element, web element, in its path, what is its path? Label, division, division, again selection, division, 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 body, HTML. This is the path, XPath, correct, for this HTML element. So in this path, we have to find some other web element which is very near to this HTML element that should be identified uniquely by using some attribute or by using HTML tag or somehow. See, let us see that here division equal to class, leave that one. Uh, selection, yeah, look at this here. See, in this XPath, is there how many HTML elements are there with HTML tag as a section with HTML tag as HTML tag as a section. So look at that here. Label is there. Label is not a parental element here. For this input HTML tag, what is a parent tag? Division. For this division, there is one more division. Again, inside this division, section, division, division, division. Okay, body and HTML. These are the HTML tags in this XPath. If you look at that here, in this XPath, Absolute XPath, section tag, that means inside this entire HTML file, how many times section tag is repeated? Only one section tag is there. Got it? So by using this section tag, that means we can identify this section tag uniquely by using its HTML tag itself, because there is only one section HTML element in this HTML file. So I can rewrite this XPath like this: two slashes. See, two slashes means it will search HTML file. It will search the HTML file. See, I'm copying like this. I am rewriting this Absolute XPath into Relative Xpath. This is Relative Xpath. Absolute XPath means we defined all HTML tags starting from root element to the web element that we want to identify. But in the Relative XPath, we are defining the XPath starting from section element to input element. So what is this meaning of double slash? it will search, the Selenium driver will search the HTML file for this particular tag name. Starting from the HTML root tag, it will automatically will search it. It will search where this section tag is displayed. Once that section tag is identified, then from that section tag, what is the next immediate element? See, single slash means it defines the immediate element, immediate child element. So division 1 is the next immediate child element for this section tag. Again, division 1, this is another immediate child element for this division 1. Inside this division 1, input tag is the immediate child element. So what we should understand here, single slash defines the next immediate child element, but a double slash defines a relative element, not immediate. Descendant element. Double slash defines the descendant element. That means that element may not be immediate child element. It can be after 2-3 levels of levels. See here, the section element may not be a child element of root element. Root element is always HTML. So this section tag is not a immediate child element for this HTML tag root element. So in that case, we should define double slashes because this section element is not a root element, so is not a child tag for the root element. So it is the grandchildren of this HTML. So in between there are so many tags are there: HTML, body, division 2, division 1, and then section is coming. So to skip all these HTML tags, what we are doing, we are giving directly simply double slashes. Double slashes means the Selenium WebDriver will search for this HTML tag in the HTML file, starting from the HTML root element until it finds section tag. Once it finds a section tag, then next we are using single slash. Yeah, yes, Govin.
Nothing, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, see, single slash means it defines the next tag, whatever you are defining after the single slash. This tag should be the immediate child of this previous tag. Understand? That is the meaning of single slash. If it is a double slash, I can use double slashes here also in between. Here also we can write double slashes if you want. But what is the meaning of a single slash and double slash? That is what you have to understand. Single slash defines always the immediate child tag. Double slash defines always, see,
Sir?
yeah, HTML is always a root element in HTML file.
No, first one, sir. First one, what was that, sir? First one?
What is the first one?
That HTML body, form, div, the table, dbody. The wrong statement is there, HTML.
Yeah, this
First
is
one, very first one.
this one. This one.
Uh,
It is yesterday we have
that
taken.
independent.
Leave this one.
Oh, okay, leave it, sir. Okay.
Okay. So now this is the thing now I'm going to use. Let us see that is it identifying or not. Where is ID? Here I'm defining XPath equal to, like this I defined. Now click find button and check that is it highlighting or not. See that it is highlighting text box. Got it? Even though if we don't use the full XPath, absolute XPath, we are able to identify this from text box by using relative XPath. It is called relative XPath. That means now even developer do some changes in the HTML file, there is a less chance, very less probability that this relative XPath may fail because we are using very short XPath now. So developer, if they modify anything inside this path, suppose if they inserted one more HTML tag in between these two divisions, then this relative XPath will fail. Correct? That means the probability of the relative XPath failure will be very less if you compare with absolute XPath failure rate, because developers may change anything in between this HTML path. Somewhere they can modify something. He may insert one more new tag inside the body under division 2. Then this path will fail. Suppose even if the developer inserts some new HTML tag inside body and division, between body and division 2, this relative path will not fail, because we are not using here body and division 2 in this relative path. So even developer make any changes before this path here. If the developer make any changes in this path, it won't impact this relative path. But developer make any changes in this path, it will impact absolute path. The absolute path will fail to identify the element. Understand the point here? So that means the probability of failure rate for relative XPath is very less if you compare with the absolute XPath. That's why a relative path is preferred than absolute XPath in the real-time Selenium scripts. Are you clear? See, this relative XPath also will work. See, it is another relative XPath. See, that means still we are making it short, more short. So this XPath also will work. That means we are making this path still little more short. Now let us see that is it highlighting? So still it is highlighting. That means even you no need to use section tag for it in the relative path. We can remove this also. Still it is identifying. Suppose if I remove this also, will it work? Let us see that. This one, will it work or not? Let us see that. I think so. It may not work because there can be multiple elements with the same relative XPath. But still it will identify first element. So still it is identifying first element. Understand? See, this XPath also working. See, these are all different forms of relative XPaths we can use. See, our main objective is right. The relative XPath should be short. It should not be too long. Okay, then the relative XPath will work always successfully to identify that element. So these are all different
Sir,
types of, yeah.
so for this, always we should cross check with the IDEs
Hmm?
whether it's before taking the relative path.
Hmm.
We should cross check with the IDE whether it's accessible, identifiable, whether it's successful or not. Hmm?
Yeah, we can use
Is
ID.
it suggestible, sir?
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, we can use
Is it
ID.
suggestible, sir?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. See, if
Okay.
ID name is available, the first preference you can give to ID and name. Okay. When you can go to XPath, if there is no ID name attributes defined, not available, ID and the name attributes are not available. In that case, we can use XPath. Got it? Huh?
Okay.
So these are all different relative XPaths to identify that. Are you clear now? Absolute path and relative path.
Okay.
Okay. Now let us see. We can also define XPath. In XPath, we can also define attributes. Now we have seen two types of attributes, XPaths. One is this is a absolute path and it is relative path. Correct? Two things we have seen. This is absolute and it is relative path. Correct? In these two relative paths and absolute paths, we are not using any attribute. Only HTML tags we are using. Correct? We can also define XPath or relative path or absolute path by using attributes also. Attributes also we can use inside XPath. Attributes means not only ID name. In XPath, we can use any attribute. Understand? Not only ID and name. See, what attributes we can use? What attributes can be used in the locators? ID and name and class. These are the three attributes we can use as locators, correct? To identify the elements. And we can't use any other attribute. Correct. For example, see that. See in this ID, in this input ID, in this text box, what all the attributes are there? ID, class, type, data, hmm, and again data validate, tab index. There are many other attributes are there, but we can't use all attributes to identify this element by using locators. Only ID and name and class can be used. But in XPath, we can use any attribute to identify the element. See, uh, for example, let me take okay. Let me take another example. Otherwise, this one. See, in this for this, I am taking data message. See that data message attribute. By using this data message attribute, I want to identify that element. Yes, we can use data message attribute to identify this element because see this data message attribute has a unique value. If you see that, please enter a destination city. See this one, please enter a destination city. This value is unique. If you compare with from text box, that text box data message is different. Look at that here. For from text box data message is different. Please enter a source city. It is different, correct? That means data message probe attribute also has unique value, but still we can't use data message directly to identify that element. But we can use data message attribute in XPath. Not only suppose for this element we don't have ID and name, both are not available. Only data message is available with unique value. Then how you can use this data message attribute to identify that element? By using XPath, we can use this attribute. Let us see that example, how it is.
The ID and class is available, right, sir? There for this element.
Yeah, we can use.
Suppose you are
Mm,
okay. You are telling suppose if it doesn't exist, then we have to go for XPath, right?
yeah, correct, correct,
You are telling.
correct.
Oh, okay, okay. Now it's a okay.
See, inside XPath, I can define attributes also. That's what now I'm telling. See, inside XPath, we can also define attributes. See, for this, what is the HTML tag input? So I can define XPath like this. Input tag with ID, txt source, or input tag with data message, with this data message. Like this, we can define XPath like this. See, my XPath I'm defining like this. Input tag name is input for that element, and then square brackets. Inside the square brackets, at id equal to, what is id value? Text source. Text source. See now, like this I can define. See, what is this meaning? What is this XPath? Input to tag with id attribute value as txt source. Or I can redefine this like this also by using another attribute. What is the other attribute we have? Data message I have. Data message. I'm using now data message. Instead of id, I can define data message. Data message equal to, what is the data message value? This is the data message value. Copy that. See that. These two XPaths. This XPath by using id attribute. But if id attribute is available, okay, then directly we can use id attribute. You no need to go to XPath. Okay, understand? We don't use like this. If id attribute is available for HTML element, then we can use it directly. Instead of using XPath, we can define by id locator. In case if id is not available and name is not available, but we have some other attribute with unique value, like data message is an attribute with unique value, then how you can use this attribute to identify that element? That is possible in XPath. So this is the XPath. How we define XPath? Input tag name, and within the square brackets we should define the attribute like this: at attribute name equal to attribute value. Understand? See now, by using this XPath, whether that element is identifying or not. Find it. See that it is highlighting the text box successfully. That means here we are identifying that text box by using data message attribute in XPath. Understand how we can use attributes with XPath? See, this is the syntax. How to use attribute in XPaths: // HTML tag and square bracket at the rate of attribute name and attribute value, and close the square bracket. Got it? So these are the two things we are examples, two examples I can give here. Okay, are you clear, Govin? How to use attributes in XPath? This is
Yes,
the way
sir.
how to define attributes in XPath. That means when we use this approach, if you have some other attribute apart from ID and name with a unique value,
And a class also, right, sir? ID, name, and class.
class, yes. If these are the apart from these, we have some other attribute with unique value, and you want to use that attribute to identify that element. So in that case, we can define that attribute in XPath like this.
Okay.
Okay, that is the third one. And fourth type of XPath, what is this? In XPath, now we have seen a single attribute. See, in this XPath, we defined one attribute, correct? Sometimes, for some HTML elements, there would be no unique attribute. There might be no unique attribute available. That means there is no single attribute with unique value. But we can find two attributes, combination of two attributes to form a unique value. What we can do? We have to combine two attributes. Understand? That means if you take a single attribute, it may not be unique. But if I take combination of multiple attributes, more than one attribute, that could form a unique value or unique identification, unique element. Understand my point here? See example. See for example here. Let me take something. Okay, let us take this one. Suppose if there is one more such buses, such element is there, such button is there. Okay, just assume that in this web page there is one more search button. That search button ID also search button. Okay, understand? But tab index may be different. Tab index value can be different. Understand? So in that case, I can use the combination of ID and tab index to differentiate that element, to identify that element uniquely. You can use multiple attributes. Understand how we can use multiple attributes in XPath to identify the element. That is what the next type of XPath. XPath with multiple attributes. XPath by using multiple attributes. See that here. How to define multiple attributes in XPath? Double slash HTML tag at first attribute 1 value, and again at the rate of attribute 2 and attribute 2 value. Like this we can define n number of attributes within the square brackets. Are you clear? See that here, same example I can take here, multiple attributes. So here I can combine this attribute and this attribute into one XPath like this. So here I have to write and again at the rate of data message like this. So here I'm using a combination of two attributes inside XPath. ID I'm using and also data message you are using. See, it is not required in this example. No need to combine two attributes, but just for example I'm showing you. If you want to combine more than one attribute in XPath, yes, we can use multiple attributes in XPath like this. This is the syntax. How to define multiple attributes in XPath. Let us see that this XPath should work fine to identify that element. So it is highlighting, correct? That means multiple attributes can be used in XPath like this. Clear, Govin? What is the how to use multiple attributes in XPath? Got it?
Sir, example,
Mm.
sorry, when you have the same text, when you have the more than one web element having the same name, then only, in that case we should go for this export, right, with multiple attributes.
Yeah, that's what ma.
When you have,
Sometimes a single attribute may not provide uniqueness. That means by using is one attribute value, we cannot identify element uniquely. But by adding more than one attribute with the combination of ID and data message, understand?
okay.
You may be able to identify element uniquely. In that scenario, we use this like this.
Yeah, concept. I understood the concept, but example, is there any examples we can find, sir, in our web page? In our web page.
No, we don't have anything like that. That's what. Just simply, if there
Okay.
is any scenario, if you find any element, example. So here we do because we have
Okay.
IDs.
Assumption.
Mm,
Okay.
see,
Assume, sir. Assumption. Tell me.
yeah, I'll tell you. See, with assumption, then I have to create one. What is that?
Okay. But take from and to, sir. From and to. That's it. From and to. Take.
One second. See, for example, I will modify here. Where is input? This is the input, right? Mm, see example. Suppose I have two text boxes. Okay, text box 1 with the following attributes. ID, name, class is there. Class is a txt field. This is the class name. Okay, and type equal to
Type is equal to that 10 keys, sir.
suppose text is the type. Okay, and maximum size is equal to suppose 20. Okay, this is one text box 1, and I have another text box 2 with attributes same thing. Maximum size is 30. Okay, and I have one more text box. One more text box equal to 3. Type is equal to password. The maximum size is 30. Okay. Now see, these are the three text boxes are there in the web page, for example, with these attributes. Can you identify any these text boxes? For example, I want to identify this text box 2. Okay, text box 2 I want to identify. Can you use any one attribute to identify this second text box? Suppose if I take
Yeah.
maximum size, there is one more text box with maximum size 30, correct? Understand? If
Yes,
I
sir.
take a class, there is one more text box. There are three text boxes with same class. If I take a type equal to text, there is one more text box. There are two text boxes with a type equal to text, correct? Got my point? I want to identify second text box. Can you identify this second text box by using a one single attribute? Is it possible?
No.
No, not possible, right? Now,
Yes.
but by using two attributes, we can identify this second text box. What are those two attributes? Either class and maximum size, or type and maximum size. See, the combination of these two attributes will can identify text box 2 uniquely. Understand the point? See, with the class as a text field and a maximum size as 30, how many text boxes are there with these two attributes? Class value as a text field and maximum size as 30. How many text boxes are there? Two text boxes are there,
That,
correct? Two text boxes. See
yeah,
that.
that,
See, this combination also will not work. Class as a txt field and maximum size as 30. How many text boxes are there? There are two text boxes.
yeah, 30 means two text boxes.
Yeah.
Class text field means three text
No,
boxes.
no. See, with this combination, type equal to text and the maximum size is 30. With this combination, how many text boxes are there?
Yeah, two.
Hey, with this combination, only one.
Type is equal to text. Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir.
With this combination, two text boxes. Understand? But this combination will identify text box 2. Got the point? Okay.
Okay.
See, like this, there can be elements like this. Developers, right, may have defined attributes for few elements like this. without ID and without name or without unique value directly. Okay. So in that scenario, you have to find some combination of attributes which can identify that element uniquely. See, this combination of attributes can identify text box 2 uniquely, but this combination will not identify text box 2 uniquely. Understand? So like this, sometimes we can use the combination of multiple attributes to identify web elements while creating the Selenium script. So if you want to use more than one attribute to identify the element, how you can do that? By using XPath. Inside XPath, we can define multiple attributes like this. Understand? So I will give this example also. I will copy this example. Okay.
So if I mention the type is equal text and the text maximum size is equal 30 means it will identify text 2, right, sir?
Hmm?
When you write when you write type equal to text
Hmm.
and maximum size equal 30 means it goes to text box to
2.
element.
Text
It
box
goes
2
to
it will
right.
go.
How, sir? How, sir?
Huh?
Type equal to text. Type equal to text is there,
Hmm.
and maximum size equal to 30.
30.
Uh, yeah. So it can go for text box 3 also, right, sir?
Eh,
Type equal to
Password.
no. Password is there. Correct, correct.
Okay.
Okay, okay. We should find the unique, right, sir? In the
Yeah.
combination also, we
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
find some unique. Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Say this
okay.
combination will identify two elements, two text boxes. Correct.
Yes, yes.
Combination 1, attributes combination 1. Attributes will identify two text boxes. This combination, what are those two text boxes? Text box 1, text box 2 and 3. Correct?
Yeah.
And text box 3.
But
But this combination will identify
box 2 only.
text box 2 only. Correct?
Yeah.
Will identify text box 2.
So only this is the preferable, not before the one, right, sir?
Yeah, combination of
Before one is the
attributes. See, a combination of attributes to identify text box 2 element. Understand?
yeah.
Find the combination of attributes to identify text box 2. Understand?
Yeah, first one we should not go for. We should not take, right, sir. First one is why means it is identifying both text box 2 and text box 3.
Correct.
So we should not prefer that one, right?
Yes, yes, exactly. We should take only this one.
Okay.
This is the one we have to take, not this one.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, this is the example.
Okay.
Now come
Yeah.
to the next type of XPath. Child element position. Child element position. That means we can define HTML tag position. See, for example, uh, I think so. We already defined that. See, in this XPath, see here in this XPath, division one, correct? What is this one? What is this one? It is nothing but a first division element. If I put here 2, what is that meaning? Second division element. Inside this division, the second division element. second position, division element in the second position. Understand? So this one defines the position number, position of this particular division element. Understand? See, for example, see in this example, let us take this example, date of journey, this element. See, look at that here. Uh, see, this is the element, right? See, this input tag is inside this division. This division is inside this division. Is it right? This division is second division element inside the section element. Look at that here. Inside this section element, this is the first division and it is the second division. And this input tag is inside the second division element, not in the first division element. Correct? So how we can define the division positions, the second division, by using division of 2. That is what we use in our XPath. Understand? That means if there are same type of HTML tags, multiple HTML tags are defined. That means if there are multiple sibling HTML tags are there, then how we can identify one particular HTML tag from multiple HTML tags of same type? By using its HTML tag position. So this is the first tag and it is second division tag. By using its position number, we can identify that. See here, for this tag, how we can define? So I can define starting from this section tag with ID as a such, and then division second element, and inside that division first division. See that here, inside this division there are two division elements. Inside this division element there are two division elements. It is first division, it is second division, and this input is inside the first division. So again we have to define position number for this, because there are two similar division elements are defined. So how we can define this XPath? Look at that here. I am defining starting from here, search. Okay, selection section. Inside this section with ID as such. See, I'm defining like this. XPath section at ID equal to search. That means first we are identifying this particular section element. This element is identified by using ID attribute. Understand? And HTML tag. After that, we are coming to second division element. Inside this section, second division element we have to go. So define a slash division of 2. Division, that means this division 2 is immediate child for this. That's why we are using single slash. See, it is division 2. Inside this section, I have to go to second division element. And inside this division, we have to go to first division element again. Dash division of 1 slash input tag. There is only one input tag inside this division. So I can simply define input. That's it. Input. That's it. It should identify this particular journey date XPath equal to, copy this, and let us check that is it identifying or not. See that it is highlighting journey date of journey. Understand? Clear? That means here we are using here divisions, HTML tags positions also. We can define HTML tags positions in the XPath like this. Are you clear?
Sir, now you did this one to identify the data of journey element, right?
Correct.
Sir,
Yeah.
to identify data of journey element, what what is the input you have taken, sir? Why you have taken only section from section onwards?
A
The
section is the
your
element tag which can be identified uniquely, correct? For this input,
okay.
what is the parent here?
Okay.
Division. It cannot be identified uniquely. There is no ID or there is nothing, correct? There is no attribute with a unique value for this division tag, correct? For this
Okay.
division tag, there is no unique value. See, this division also having same class, this division also having same class, correct? But this
Okay.
section tag has unique value. What is that unique value? ID attribute with unique value, such. So I
Okay.
can be able to identify this section element directly, uniquely by using this ID attribute. So that's why I started defining my XPath starting from section element. Section tag with ID as such. And then division 2, then division 1, then input. Got it?
Okay. Then after then you should go for then you went for the div 2, right? Division 2, right?
Correct.
Why means it's not required division 1, right, sir?
Yeah,
That's
division
what
1
you
is
have
not
taken the
required.
division.
Division 1 is not required because our input to tag,
Sir, both are.
our input to tag is not inside division 1, correct? See, this is the input to tag
Uh-huh.
for button, for text box, date of journey text box. Is it right? This is the
Okay.
input to tag. This input to tag is defined inside the second division tag, not in the first division. Got it?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
inside the first
Yes, sir.
division, again there is one more division. There are two more divisions here. It is division 1 and again division 2. Inside this second division, again first division we have to go. Understand? See, this division is this one. See that? It is highlighting date of return journey. This division. This division identifying
Yeah.
date of journey. So inside this division, it is a
Yeah.
text box. Understand?
Yeah, in that case, directly you can go for division 3, right, sir? Division our input tag is under the division 3, right? So directly you can take the division 3 instead of division 2, right?
Where is the division 3?
The under section one is first one is div 1, div
Hey,
2,
wait, wait,
next
wait,
to
wait.
division 3.
Wait, Govin. See, inside this section, how many division tags are there?
1, 2, 3 are there, sir. 3 are there.
See, this division tag is not a child tag for section. Understand? This division is not a child for this
Oh,
section. Understand? For this section,
uh,
this one, and this one. These are the child tags. Understand? See, this one
okay,
and this one and this one. These are the three divisions are childrens of section tag. But
okay, got it, sir.
this division is not a child of section tag. Understand? This division is a child of this
Okay,
division tag. See, first of all, under this section tag, which division you want to go? Second division I want to go. Inside this second division, again there is two divisions are there. Again, which division you want to go? I want to go first division. Inside this first division, there is only one input tag is there. So this is the input tag which highlights this text box. Got it?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's why we are defining division 2, division 1 and input. Date of journey. Okay. With child element position. That means we are using here HTML tag position, child element, HTML element positions. Okay. How we define HTML element positions in XPath. That is what we have seen. Okay, now come to another
Okay, sir.
example. See here, uh, suppose if I want to identify this HTML tag, this input tag. See, this input tag is inside second division, correct? This second division is the last division element inside this division, correct? Is it right?
Yes, sir.
It is the last element or second element. Understand? Suppose if I don't know the position number of that element, but I know that that element is the last element. Understand my point? I'm not sure what is the exact position number, but what I know is that is the last element. That can be a second element or third element, but that is the last element. So we can use like this also. Position number can be defined by using this function last. See that here. So I can rewrite this method like this. See, to identify second, I am using here instead of one, I'm using last. Instead of position number one, I'm using last function. Understand? In the place of position number, I'm defining a function, last function. What it defines? It defines the last element. In the group of elements, it will take the last element. So it would identify this text box now. This text box will be identified now by using this XPath. Look at this. Uh, See, it is highlighting second text box. Got it? See, I can use here
Okay.
two also. Number two also we can use. But instead of using
No,
two,
no, one,
no,
one,
two,
one.
two. One means it will identify first text box. This text box will identify one. Two means it will identify two. This one.
Okay.
Understand?
Uh-huh.
So instead of using two, I'm using last. Or I can use two also. I can write same thing using two. Understand? This also will identify same text box, second text box. See, it is highlighting second text box. Instead of writing two here, I can use last function. It is also identifying same second text box. Got it?
I- Yeah, earlier we have given the division one, sir. Earlier in the example, division one
No,
we have given
Govin.
instead of the division one we have division last.
No, Govin. If I give division one, it will
Hmm.
identify this text box, man. Correct? Ah?
Okay, okay, okay.
Now I want to identify this text box. We can use either two
Mhm.
or last function. Okay?
Okay, got it, sir.
Yeah, that's it. Okay? Yeah,
Okay, sir.
that's it for today, Govin. Okay, I have time up.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so you can try.
Yesterday when it was uploaded. Okay. Okay, upload it.
Yeah, I'm uploading it now. Okay, I think so. It would be finished by this time. Uploading. Yes, it is done. I will add it in my website. Okay.
Okay. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay, ma. Fine. You practice this one, whatever we discussed.